Okay, another episode about how the Democrats are screwing this country up really bad. Um, Biden got in. Well, he's now Sleepy Joe, President Biden. He's saying the Russians are involved in our price hikes on gas, which is a bunch of BS. The price went up 48% before that whole Ukraine thing. So the Democrats are trying to say, oh well, it was the war that broke out between Russia and the Ukraine. Well, I don't know how that affects us. We don't import our oil and gas from Russia. I think we maybe 3%, but it's not much. We always imported our oil and gas from the Middle East, and everybody knows that. So the space cadets from California, Harris, she's high on pot or whatever. And Biden is sleeping, just passes out. So he's on some type of drug. I don't know what. It could be, legal medications. I'm not saying it's illegal medications or anything. But he's passing out. He can't stay awake. Our current president in the U.S., this is 2022. Okay, but Biden came out plainly and stated way before the Ukraine war broke out and everything with Russia. He came out and he said there's no more drilling on USA owned federal lands. He clearly stated that way before that Russian invasion. So, them blaming now the Russians, for the gas prices, and we don't even get any gas from them. I think we might have got 3% of our gas from them, something like that. But 97% of it was coming from other countries, mostly the Middle East. He shut down our Keystone pipeline from Canada, so we couldn't, have oil, and which we convert into gas, for our trucking industry and our cars and stuff. He cut that down. He shut it right down. He said no more drilling for oil offshore. No more drilling on USA lands. He said, no more. The oil industry could not drill for gold, for oil anymore. But he allowed and went along with the Nord Stream pipeline in Russia to the Ukraine to continue. But he blocks our oil pipelines. Okay, so there's some really whacked out things there. I don't know if the guy's a commie or what, or socialist or whatever, but that's crazy. He's going along with Russia, but not along with the U.S. Oil industry. This is all facts. Just look it up. All you have to do is go online, look it up. Everything I'm telling you is the truth. Okay. He closed down our this major pipeline from Canada on his very first day after he got elected as a president. Very first day, he already shut down a major oil line that would bring oil down from Canada into the U.S. That was his agenda. So I don't know if this guy's a commie. He acts like a communist. He's stoned out of his mind. He can't stay awake. They call him Sleepy Joe for a good reason. The second week he was in office, he halted all oil lease sales, which produced 24% of the USA's energy. A quarter of our oil. He halted them all. I mean, as soon as he came in, I think it was like 24 different things he halted that Trump put in place. But okay, so our oil prices. This episode's about oil prices. Okay, his second week, he canceled all the oil lease sales. You know, a quarter, which was a quarter of our oil. He canceled oil coming from Alaska, which was 16 billion barrels of oil coming from Alaska. This is what that wacko Biden, Sleepy Joe did. That's why we're paying on average 58 to 63% higher oil prices. Okay. I mean, I don't know. This guy sounds like he's an enemy of the United States. He doesn't sound like he's, going like America's first, like President Trump did. So all of a sudden now we're paying, like double in just a year or so on our gas prices. He wants also us to go over to these all this clean and green, technologies which don't work. The windmills, and there's no wind, and you have no electricity. He doesn't want, he wants you driving in electric cars that go 100 miles. So if your job is more than 40 or 50 miles away, I mean, your round trip is 100 miles. So you can't go to work, can't go to Disneyland, can't see your family and, parents and relatives in the next state over, because the electric cars, the only ones that get over 100 miles are the Teslas, and they're so super expensive nobody can afford them. So he's suggesting that, and the solar systems, which will cost the average homeowner, it's already been proven, about $40,000 on average, to try to make your home run on solar panels. You're going to have solar panels all over your roof, all outside your backyard, everything. It'd be pretty ugly looking. That was his other plan on this clean and green. Yeah, it's just a bunch of nonsense coming from the stoned out Democrats that are from California. This is all coming out of California. Harris, she was a governor in California. Or I think she was a governor. Newsom, they're trying to get him out of office. They got like 450,000 people that have signed a petition so far. To impeach him. And if they get a few more thousand votes, he's going to be out of there. He's going to be impeached by the people in California. So a lot of this stuff is coming out of California. They call it Californication. Let's see. Okay. Second week Biden was in office. Oil leases were canceled, which produced a quarter of all the gas and oil in this country. Was canceled by Biden. We're talking a year before anything happened between Russia and the Ukraine. So, all of a sudden now in April of 2022, they're trying to blame Russia, for all this. And they did one thing after the other to shut down our industry, our oil industry, and now it's costing like 58 to 63% more for our trucks to ship our products, and all of our produce, meats, vegetables, heating oil, everything has skyrocketed. And it's all because of these things that Biden did. It has nothing to do with Russia. We never got oil and gas from Russia. We got it from the Middle East. So I don't know where they're coming from. We like I said, we got maybe 3%, but but he cut down our oil industry and our pipelines and everything else. Um, from Alaska, from Canada, everything. He shut down all the stuff that President Trump put in place. Okay. So that's about it. This stuff that this Democratic Party is doing is going to take this. We're already in a deep recession on our all overall prices. We will be in a deep depression. The soup lines are already like 4 to 5 times longer than normal, and by next year, 2023, we will probably be in a deep depression if we allow these. Hate to call them commies, but boy, I tell you, they're doing everything that our enemies would do against us to shut down our industries and everything else. Uh, I mean, at the very least, the socialist, ideas. Some of them, some of these people in high places, even mayors and stuff, like especially in California, they're from Central America and stuff. They're not Americans. They weren't born here. They get up here. 150,000 immigrants now are coming in because I'm just going to call him a socialist. Biden, he stopped the building of the wall. He stopped. He shut down all the policies that prevented these socialists from getting into our country illegally. Who had no paperwork. We don't know who they are. Many of them are repeat offenders. Rapists and drug addicts and drug traffickers and all that kind of stuff. And that's we know that, and we keep sending them back down. But now the wall has been stopped, so all these offenders, sex offenders and stuff, are being allowed back in. So that's what the Democrats gave you. So I hope you like it, because by next year, you're going to probably, a lot of people are going to be in soup lines. Because it's costing the average American like $300 to $350 a month more now. The inflation rates are at a 40-year high since the Democrats and President Biden took place, got into office. 40-year high. Okay, this is Eagle Eric signing off.